Hey folks, this is Mansoor Suhail from My Learning Center. The topic of this article is how can you develop leadership skills? As a starting point, let's look into personal attributes. Knowledge, skills, and competences all come together in leaders' attitude and behavior. Effective leadership requires these attributes in all types of organizations, public and private. The following are the most important personal characteristics. To act ethically. One should become familiar with ethical issues and concerns that are relevant to their industry. Keep an open mind when dealing with the ethical concerns of others, and consider the ethical implications of their own actions and the actions of the organization as a whole. One should also bring up and discuss ethical concerns before making any decisions, and one should resist pressures from the organization or its partners to meet goals. Think strategically. By learning and comprehending how the various roles, physical divisions, and layers of the organization should operate together. Knowing what is going on in the outside world so that you can best respond to it. Recognizing the organization's strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities, and knowing that operational objectives must be aligned with strategic objectives and goals. It is important to help your organization's long-term goals be realized by helping to develop and communicate a clear, compelling, shared vision, encouraging others to understand and contribute to those goals, making it clear that you personally support and believe in those goals as they are set forth by the organization. Listening carefully and thoughtfully to others, including those with opposing reviews, and selecting personal communication styles that are appropriate are some of the ways in which you might communicate effectively. Collecting data by developing different channels and networks that generate a continuous flow of information from within and outside the organization. Frequently and consistently collecting, analyzing, challenging, and utilizing the data gathered. Establishing a consistent approach to the analysis of information. Drawing on personal experience and knowledge to identify current and potential problems, considering a range of solutions before selecting the final one, ensuring that the selected decision is feasible, achievable, and affordable. Considering the impact of decision on all stakeholders at all levels before approving implementation. Developing effective teams by appreciating the contributions of others at all levels of the organization. Ensuring that individuals and teams are informed about plans, developments, and issues that will affect them. Ensuring that individuals and team development schemes are given appropriate priority, providing personal support for the implementation and maintenance of development activities for individuals and teams at all levels. Knowing your role and responsibilities. Taking the lead in initiating action and decision making. Taking personal responsibility for decision and actions. Being properly prepared, confident, and professional in dealing with change, challenges, and understandable demands. Refusing unreasonable demands, defending individuals and teams from unfair or discriminatory actions. Refusing unreasonable demands. At all times, concentrating on results. Contributing to the establishment of an organizational culture that demands high standards, and high levels of performance, focusing on the goals and outcomes, dealing with issues and problems when they arise, planning, scheduling, delegating, giving personal attention to the critical issues and events. Effective self-management includes routinely assessing and reflecting on one's own performance and growth, seeking feedback on one's own performance, making changes to one's behavior in light of that feedback, and being personally accountable for one's own personal development requirements. Assuring a good first impression by taking the initiative to get things done and making decisions. Conducting oneself professionally at all times. Being open-minded and responsive to the needs of others. Actively pursuing personal and professional development. Adhering to ethical principles in all aspects of one's life and work. Showing support for co-workers and always acting fairly and honestly. Our company leaders expect and require these traits, which are many and tough to sustain, but they are the attributes that are anticipated and required of our leaders. It doesn't matter if the organization or business sector is large or little, public or private. A leader should be a role model for those around him or her, an outspoken advocate for the highest ethical and professional standards in the workplace, and someone that the rest of the organization can be pleased to have on their team. The majority of these traits are not inherent in our leaders by design. If they are to be taught, they must be learned, and they must then be continually developed and improved upon. In order for corporate leaders to be more effective and successful, they must possess and display these personal characteristics. Thank you very much for listening, folks. I invite you to join our Facebook group and subscribe to our YouTube channel.